Hey, my name is Stephan from ai-coustics, and today I want to walk you through all the parameters that you can set in the ai-coustics SDK. When you are at the developer documentation docs.ai-coustics.com, you will see that we have an integration for LiveKit, Pipecat, and you can integrate it yourself through our language bindings. Everywhere you have the possibility to set all the parameters. In LiveKit, you can add the ai-coustics voice activity detection to your agent session. And in the session.start function, you can set in room options our noise cancellation module. Here you can set the model which you want to use, so for example Quail voice focus or the normal Quail L, and you can set the model parameters, which is the enhancement level. 0.5 is a conservative one, which won't cut away any words, and 1 will be a more aggressive setting where none of the background speech will be remaining. Lastly, you can set the VAD settings, where you get speech hold duration, sensitivity, and minimum speech duration. I will show you what these parameters mean in more detail later. Let's go to the Pipecat documentation. If we go to their official Pipecat documentation, you will see that also here you can set in the constructor the enhancement level to the same values, and in the create VAD analyzer method you can set all the VAD parameters, so speech hold duration, minimum speech duration, and sensitivity. Lastly, in our language bindings you select which language you are using, and if you go to the GitHub repository you will find more details on how to set the parameters. So here, for example, we can set the enhancement level in the processor context, and in the VAD context you can set all the VAD parameters. If you want to understand better what those parameters are doing, we have some guides here in the documentation. Go to the guides section, and the first one is improving ASR. If you're using the normal Quail model, the enhancement level is a simple mixed bag. 1 means you will hear the denoised signal, and 0 means you will hear the original signal. And everything in between will add some more of the background noise, so it sounds more natural. When you go to the Quail voice focus model, the enhancement level will be a bit more complicated as it's controlling multiple parameters inside of the SDK. Here we recommend to start with 0.5 as the default, because it's kind of conservative. It will definitely improve your ASR performance, but it won't cut away any words. If you want to remove more of the background speech, you can experiment with setting it a bit higher, so for example 0.8 or 1, where 1 is the most aggressive setting. Remember that 1 will never cut away all of the noise, as this is not recommended for speech-to-text ASR systems. This will only be with the Rook models, our human-to-human models. If you click on voice activity detection, you will see that we have guides for all 3 parameters. Sensitivity will be kind of the energy threshold of the VAD, so how loud the voice has to be that it kicks in basically. Then the minimum speech duration is a parameter that sets how long has speech to be present until the VAD sets to active. By default this is 0, it is set in seconds, but sometimes it could be triggered a little too early even though it wasn't a real word. And then you can experiment with setting that a little bit higher, for example to 10 milliseconds or something like this, so it won't trigger immediately. And then you have the speech hold duration. That means how long will the VAD continue to report speech after the voice signal is over. So this is by default at 30 milliseconds, but you can select your range between 0 and 1 second. I hope you could follow a bit, and now it's easier for you to set the parameters in all different integrations that we provide. Have fun, test it out, and send us your feedback. Have a great day. Bye bye.